Welcome, everyone. Hope you've had a good day. I hope we're going to have some good luck here tonight. We've got just one break. It's Elite Extra Edition Baseball. Of course, we're starting a little different than our normal schedule tonight. Hopefully, everybody saw that in the listing description and knew that we were at 9:30 tonight instead of our usual 9 o'clock. And we do have some unpaid teams. We'll talk about those more in a moment after we take a look at all of our other info. But as it stands right at this moment, I think we're going to have four, actually five unpaid teams, four of them belonging to one guy and a fifth one belonging to someone else. But first things first, let's go over our info, get us all on the same page there. So my feedback is automated on eBay. Anytime that you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get positive feedback in return. And of course, the other thing there is a big thank you. Always appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, hanging out with me. We're next going to take a look at what's coming up in the days ahead. And well, it's pretty sparse. There hasn't been a lot of stuff coming out lately, so we haven't been doing a lot of breaks. There is a new release tomorrow, and it's a big one. It's Contenders Football. We'll break a half case of that tomorrow night to celebrate its release. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all will be off nights, and we'll probably start back on Wednesday night, most likely, of next week. There is no new release next Wednesday that I remember anyway, but there might be one on Friday. There might be a Leaf product coming next Friday, but I'm not 100% sure on that either. So, yeah, we're off for a few nights, in other words, after tomorrow night. Shipping wise, I'm hoping I can get this turned around pretty quickly and have it out the door and on the way to you Saturday. That's my plan at the moment. And of course, as always, as plus or minus a day. So if things go exceedingly smoothly, maybe it would get out the door tomorrow, although that's not super likely. And if something goes off the rails a little, could mean Monday. But Saturday is my best guess. And I think everyone will get cards of some sort in here, base or otherwise. But if for some reason you got completely skunked and did not even get a base card, you would still get a package in the mail. It would have consolation card or cards in it and would ship out to you when the rest of the break goes out the door. Now, let me bring you back here for a hot second, and let's see if anybody managed to pay for their purchases. No, they didn't. You can pretty much figure that. If they haven't paid or responded to messages by the time the break starts, they're not going to pay you. Hi, T-Man. Hi, Edward. Okay, so T-Man, I know you contacted me in eBay messages too. Here is the rundown. We have the Padres, the Rangers, the Orioles, the Rockies, and the Twins. Those are our unpaid teams. So Padres sold for 33, the Rangers for 24.50, the Orioles for 59.98. So you may as well say 60 or 59, whichever. Round up, round down. The Rockies at 31, and the Twins sold at 12.50. So those are the five teams that are in play that I need to find a home for. And obviously, preference will go to somebody who wants multiples of those. And yeah, well, there we go. We solved it. T-Man says he'll take all five of them. So there you go. That'll work just fine. That makes it easy, doesn't it? All right, T-Man, I tell you what, let's just, whoops, I'm throwing my pen all over the place here. How about we just make it an even 150? Does that work for you? That gives you, I don't know, a little bit off anyway. Gives you 10, 12 bucks off or something. I don't do well with math in my head, as I think we all know. But I'm kind of trying to add it up. I think it adds up to like 160 something or another. So if 150 works for you, T-Man, we'll make them all yours. And I'll start closing them out on eBay and switching them over to you. And I think you probably have my email that I use for PayPal, but on the off chance that you don't, I'm typing it in for you right now, and you should see it there in chat, hopefully. If you don't, let me know. And of course, you know how to do all of that. And I am going to take just a minute here, if you all will be patient here, while T-Man is getting his payment in. I am going to get all this canceled out on eBay and update our spreadsheet to reflect these changes. So bear with us here for a moment, please. And of course, you know, stupid eBay, they try to relist everything. So you got to go in and like uncheck all of them little boxes, or it tries to relist stuff that you cancel out. So, all right, we got that one. Got one more to go back and get here. Yeah, one guy I kind of thought would pay. The other guy, well, gosh, he had one feedback and he buys like all these teams and spends all this money and he has one feedback and he joined like, I don't know, 2 days ago. Yeah, I looked at that and said, yeah, that's not getting paid. And sure enough, it didn't. You learn to figure it out as you go along. All right, so I've got my eBay part done. Just give me a second to get the spreadsheet updated and we'll be right back into things here in just a moment. Appreciate your patience. All right, so it was Padres, Rangers, Orioles, the Rockies, and the Minnesota Twins. All right, there we go. We got all that in there, and I think we're ready to get back down to business here. All right, good deal. So this is kind of where we left off. And if anybody joined us late, shipping anticipated to be Saturday, give or take a day. So could be Friday, could be Monday, expected to be Saturday. If you don't hit anything, which is unlikely in this break, you would still get a package and it would have your consolation card or cards in it. So this is a 10-box half case break of Panini Elite Extra Edition Baseball. This is break number 4. This is the back half of a case that we started, I don't know, last week, I think. And of course, it ended tonight on eBay, the same night we're breaking it, Thursday night, the 21st of January. And you'll notice there in yellow, those are all of our second chance offers, so kindly picked up by T-Man. And those, of course, were sold on eBay, but the people who, or person who bought them, didn't pay for them. Yeah, so T-Man jumped in there and bailed us out. So we hope that he has some extra special mojo tonight for helping us out with that, right? And that way we didn't have to dial for dollars, you know, we could just like get it done. It was nice. So thank you, T-Man. All right, now I'm going to change up the focus, except I accidentally just hit a button and launched something. So hang on. Sorry. Sorry. All right, now I've unlaunched that. Now I can get back to what I need to do, which is I'm going to change up the focus. And you're going to notice your background. There's going to be a change in it because it's getting blurry right now. And I did do that on purpose. I don't want you to stress out about it, though, because what it means is while our background is blurry, the cards will be able to see up nice and close that way. So that's why we do that. Plus, I don't like all that zooming in and out. It makes me a little bit on the crazy side, honestly. So this way we can kind of avoid that, too. All right, so, the 5 teams again. Yeah, you probably should write them down. It's the Padres, Rangers, Orioles, Rockies, and Twins. That's what you just picked up there, T-Man. So we got to get it. We got to get you some hits out of all that now is the key. So we are looking for 8 autographs, 2 memorabilia cards per box on average. One thing I probably should put back up there because I did not draw special attention to it, but now I will. And that is there is a separate bidding category for the international cards, the ones that say international on them, or sometimes they say Dominican Prospect League, which is DPL. And those do have a separate bidding category. So any card that says international or DPL or Dominican Prospect League goes to that particular category. Everything else will go to the teams as normal. And I did not do a separate bidding category for Team USA because we have only been finding relics for those. We haven't found any signatures in any of the breaks we've done, so I stopped listing the separate category for Team USA, and we just send those off to current teams as well. And a lot of stuff in here is high numbered. So while we're going through this first box, we'll take a minute and discuss it a little more, but then in subsequent boxes, we won't talk a lot about this high numbered stuff. I'll just kind of show it to you because there's lots of stuff like this. For instance, it's numbered to 999. And I'm not going to call out that 999 every time, but what I might do is just turn it like that so you can see the numbering or something like that. There's lots of stuff in here to 499, etc. This again, high numbered. It is a die cut, that particular one, but 999 nonetheless. So another one that going forward you can expect we probably won't be calling out a lot. Most cards in here are numbered, and a lot of them are high numbered. And then we have some that look like this, which are college tickets. Contenders is the card set. Some of them are prisms, some of them are not. That one obviously was not. And those are not numbered generally, and they are generally don't identify a team. Now, that was Casey Schmidt, and he's the Giants, so that's where it goes to their current teams. But generally speaking, that's probably not, that's one of the few cards in here where it doesn't identify the team or on those college tickets. Okay, now then, our first hit that we see is a Forrest Whitley relic out for the Houston Astros. And behind that, I've got a Hidden Gems, and it is Celestino, and it's for Minnesota. So there you go. The very first autograph we see, it heads to T-Man. So maybe the mojo is going to be kind tonight since he was kind and picked up our unpaid team. Because the next one we see here happens to go to the Pirates, and it is a Jack Hartman autograph for Pittsburgh. Colorado Rockies, that's headed your way too, T-Man, and that's a pretty good little hit with Zach Veen and numbered to 64. So already paying dividends for what you picked up. This one a little bit lower numbered to 190 with Mick Abel and the Phillies. And then we've got some more high numbered stuff. This one will be lower, and it is to 24. It's for the Angels, Reed Detmers. Now, most of this numbered stuff, that is, unless it's somewhat lower numbered, we're not going to sleeve it as we go. The lower numbered stuff I will, the higher numbered stuff we won't. This is a Team USA relic, and of course, Alec Boehm is a Philadelphia Philly, so that's where that's headed. Bradley Beasley comes out next. Hidden Gems autograph for Bradley Beasley. And of course, it just says on there Chicago, which is the way all these happen to be that are Chicago, Los Angeles, New York. Excuse me. However, Bradley Beasley is the Cubs. This is to 249. Anytime you see that kind of color combination, that lighter blue, that's what it's going to be. And this is an example of the international / DPL category that I was referencing earlier. That has its own bidding spot, numbered to 120. There's Jeremy Wu-Yelland for Baltimore. And this is a college ticket, and it is a prism, but it still isn't numbered. So yeah, even the ones that are prisms, they don't number, which is kind of weird. You'd think they would, but they don't. And that was Arizona and the Diamondbacks for Slade Ciccone. Miami Marlins come out with Jake Eder. So T-Man's cleaning up there. He made a good purchase on those pickups, I think. Here is Jeffrey Rivera. This is a Dominican Prospect League, which I'll generally just refer to as International or DPL. So that's going to go to DPL category. Whenever you see the green, we know those are to 499. So a little bit higher numbered stuff there. And on it goes, just like this the rest of the way through, pretty much. Numbered to 39, it is a die cut for San Francisco and the Giants. R.J. Dabovich. Christian Roa for my little Cincinnati Reds. It is die cut and autograph. Ooh, and numbered to 9. Hey, Cincinnati. I might be a little bit jealous over that. Good hit. Well, of course, I'm going to think that because I'm a Reds fan, so, you know. Fabian Lopez. This is a DPL. It is numbered to 149, going to that international spot, relic and autograph paired up. And then to 499, another insert. All right, so that's kind of how it's going to look. As you saw, most cards in here are numbered. I think there were, what, two cards in total in that box that weren't numbered in some way? So, yeah. They definitely like to number their cards in Elite Extra Edition, which I guess is not a bad thing. But, I don't know. I've never been a fan of stuff that's high numbered, but hey, what are you going to do? I guess they figure it's better than unnumbered, which I guess it is, if that's how you want to look at things anyway. A passing the torch. There's Wander Franco on one side and Jason Dominguez on the other. So we have two different teams involved here, the Yankees and the Rays. So we're going to set that up there in housekeeping. We'll come back and revisit it at the end of the night. We'll sort out who gets that. This is not going to be numbered, but for the sake of argument, I will flip it over and show you that it isn't. Jared Kelly is out next, and that is an autograph. And Jared Kelly, I believe, is a White Sox, right? Pretty sure that he falls into the White Sox side of things. Next up, I've got a die cut Toronto Blue Jays, C.J. Van Eck. It is numbered to 35. Come back down here and grab some future threads. This is Baltimore Orioles, so T-Man's just racking them up. And this is a nice hit as well. It's Ryan Mountcastle. And you've got a relic and your autograph paired together to 299. Dylan Dingler. This is Detroit and the Tigers with a base autograph. And then I see Ben Hernandez for the Kansas City Royals, numbered 262. I see another autograph behind it. It's facing upwards for whatever reason. Usually they face downward, but that one didn't. It is a die-cut Mason Wynn, numbered to 49, going to St. Louis and the Cardinals. All right, so our blue, of course, are to 249, as we talked about before. For the Mets, a Pete Crow Armstrong. It is Prism, but not numbered. There's a 499. This is die cut and also to 999, but die cut anyway, so it makes it a little snazzier, right? Spencer Torkelson, Detroit Tigers. We wish that was signed, don't we? But it is a relic for Detroit with Torkelson. Jordan Michael, or Mickle or Michael, I don't know which. Anyway, he is out for Chicago. I think he is Cubs. Let me see if I wrote him down anywhere at any point, because I don't 100% remember, so I'm going to see if I did. Did I write you down anywhere, buddy? And I'm wrong. He's White Sox. See, that's probably why I wrote him down, because I would think one thing and I would be wrong. That's why we write him down. So he is White Sox. Jordan Mickle there is. This is to 170 for the Pirates, Jaewon Bay. Burl Caraway comes behind that, and Burl is a base autograph, and it also just says Chicago on it, but he is the Cubs. It's to 499. That was a DPL. 120, Bailey Horn. Boy, we're stuck on Chicago tonight, aren't we? Everything we're pulling is Chicago. And he is a White Sox. Had to look at him, too, because I couldn't remember. That is crooked. You're going to find that on some of these where they've got the number stamp on there. On some of them, I've noticed they're really, really crooked this year, and I don't know why. It's super strange, but there you have it. Brujan, Tampa Bay Rays, die cut, numbered 224. And Ke'Bryan Hayes for Pittsburgh and the Pirates with a relic. So my Pittsburgh Steelers did something, I'm just going to say questionable today. And we signed Dwayne Haskins to a 1-year deal. And I'm not quite sure why. I have to say, I wasn't a huge Dwayne Haskins fan when he went to the draft. I just didn't think he had enough collegiate experience, and I don't know. I just wasn't a huge fan. But then he got to Washington, and it looked for a hot second like he might sort of be okay. And then Well, the bottom fell out really quickly, and in many regards, not just that he played, well, pretty poorly. He also had a lot of maturity issues, violating COVID protocols and, goofing off on the sidelines when his team's losing and just, I don't know, it's just stuff that wasn't a good look. So I wasn't surprised when Washington cut him. And, he had met with Carolina and the Panthers, and they're really, I think, the only ones who had met with him until all of a sudden it comes out that Pittsburgh's meeting with him. Like 2 hours later, we're signing him. And I'm like, oh, I was so disappointed. Because we need to find a successor for Ben Roethlisberger, and it's not Mason Rudolph, and it is not Dwayne Haskins. And I know we don't have much cap space, but man, that was just brutal. And I know it's only for 1 year, but it also means we're probably not going to try to draft anybody. We're probably not going to spend any money to get a decent backup anywhere else. And now we're just going down some terrible path after Ben retires. We're just going to be hosed, man. It's going to be awful. I'm so disappointed. There's Trevor Hauver that came out. And before I tell you wrong, I'm going to take a little peek at him, too. He is the Yankees. So, yeah, I would have rather drafted somebody in like the second, third round than to have done that. Hidalgo, numbered to 38, die cut, DPL International. I don't know why in the world we made that move. We've Pittsburgh Pirates on that one to 205. We've been down this road with immature players who can't do what they need to do because they just can't mentally handle it. And why do we need another one? I'm unclear. I've also been down this road with guys who can't play as backups or can't play well enough to take over. I should say it like that. Jackson Miller for the Cincinnati Reds. And Bryson Stott, Philadelphia. And that's numbered to 149 on the Bryson Stott. And maybe the guy's going to surprise me. I don't know. I hope he does. Maybe he's grown up and maybe we get him under a different offensive coordinator and get a little continuity because there was a lot of upheaval in Washington. I will give you that. But I was really disappointed. Really disappointed. This is Coca, and it's numbered to 45 as a die cut. T-Man says, sounds like a desperation signing because there's no room under the cap. Yeah, our cap space is ridiculous. But, the draft would have been the way I would have gone. I certainly wouldn't have used any cap space signing him. Why not go after, just almost anybody else? Just almost anybody. This is a Drew Romo on a Team USA relic, which, of course, again, will go to current team, which I believe is the Rockies. So, I don't know. Just the kid threw so many interceptions and just didn't take care of the ball. And I'm not happy. There's Matt Scheffler for Seattle and the Mariners. It's to 499. But hopefully we'll come back in this time next year and I'll have to eat my words and he'll be fabulous and I'll be so thankful that we signed him and blah, blah, blah. I hope that's what happens, that I have to come back and say, whoops. There's an A-Rod and as a Seattle Mariner relic. Santiago Flores, Pittsburgh and the Pirates. Numbered to 210, Tyler Gentry. So, yeah, anyway, there's a CJ Van Eck Prism. Landon Knack comes out next. That is a signature. I believe Landon Knack is a Dodger versus being an Angel. I think he's a Dodger. Let me just double check, though. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing, so I'm sure I jotted it down somewhere along the way. Well, I say that, did I? I'm looking for it. Yes, he is Dodgers. He is Dodgers. Followed by Aaron Sabato, and that's going to the Minnesota Twins, and then numbered to 249, the Atlanta Braves. You said trade for Tua. Well, there's a lot of speculation that Tua and will end up going to the Texans. I was hoping that we could somehow swing Deshaun Watson. That would have been incredible. And I know with our cap space it was unlikely, but I thought there was at least a remote chance until this happened. But the scuttlebutt has been that maybe Deshaun Watson goes to Miami and Tua goes to Houston. And I don't, who knows if that'll come to fruition or not, but you know how the talking heads are. They always speculate, and sometimes they get it right. So I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind having two. I wouldn't mind having, I mean, honestly, there's loads of guys that I would have taken probably ahead of Dwayne Haskins. But he may prove me wrong. He might. I mean, there's definitely room for improvement. But I wasn't happy when we drafted Mason Rudolph a few years ago either. I also thought he was a bad fit. I was happy when we drafted Josh Dobbs, but then we've never used him. We've never even really given him much of a chance. And we let him go. Somebody else signed him. We brought him back. This year he was third string. Now next year he's going to be a free agent again. And I guess we're not planning on keeping him again, sounds like. There's Jake Vogel out for Los Angeles, and he is a Dodger. Brian Martinez, this is International DPL, and it is numbered to 99. So I don't know what they paid Haskins, though. Maybe that'll make me feel better. If we didn't pay him some zillion dollars, maybe I'll feel happier about it. I don't know. I didn't hear the contract amount, so maybe it wasn't much. Christian Roa and the Cincinnati Reds. And maybe all he needs is a change of scenery. Who knows? Nice hit coming up here for Kansas City. The Royals with an Asa Lacy. Like that hit. It's to 249, another international / DPL. And what do we have over here? Numbered to, what does that say? 38, I think. And that's a die cut for Baltimore, the Orioles, and Kierstad. Another Kierstad right behind it, and that is a Team USA relic, and also, of course, headed to Baltimore. Trent Palmer, and this is on a Contenders card set. So no team listed, meaning it will go to his current team. And let's see if I wrote down good old Trent anywhere. I don't really remember him, so I may not have written him down, but let me see if I did. Are you written down anywhere? No. All right, so let me look it up real quick so that we don't have any question about it. Since it's an autograph, I don't want to leave it hanging, so I'm going to just look it up here. And I'll tell you in one hot second where it goes. All right, we are going to MILB.com, the official site of Minor League Baseball. Tells us that Trent Palmer goes to the Blue Jays. All right, so Toronto for that Trent Palmer autograph that we just pulled out of there. It's to 499 DPL. There's a Patrick Bailey. It's Prism, of course, continuing in the tradition of our Contenders cards was unnumbered. Oakland A's, Michael Gouldberg, numbered to 171. Oh, look at that. Mark told me it was Toronto, too. Thank you, Mark. I didn't see that till just now. And this is a Rainier, Donkin, something like that. DPL International. To 190, the Diamondbacks and Christian Robinson. Die cut to 999. There's Alec again for the Phillies. Oh, we got a little pinstripe on that relic, though, so that's a step up from our last one that did not have a pinstripe. So, hey, moving in the right direction there, aren't we? Tanner Houck comes out after that. So, Tanner heads off to my Cincinnati Reds, doesn't he? Isn't he a Cincinnati Red? She says with a big question mark at the end. I mean, I think he is. It seems like he is. Should I look him up? I better look him up. make sure. Just to make sure, let's, because you know what, there's been some trading and stuff going on, and so, and I may not have him right anyway. I think I might have him confused with somebody else anyway, so let's just look him up. And I do. He is a Red Sox. Tanner Houck is a Red Sox, so I did, in fact, have him mixed up in my head with somebody else. It's always what I'm afraid of. That's why it's better just to check. Make sure. But yeah, there's a lot of not a ton of prospects have been traded recently, but some have, certainly in all those trades back and forth between the Padres and whatnot, so somebody else typed it in there for me too. Thank you. A World Transform says he is Boston. Yes, indeed he is. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I can't see that chat once I go over onto the other web page to MILB, so I usually don't see that stuff till I swing back over, but if there's one I have a question about, I always, oh my gosh, what did I just do? I always prefer to just go look it up so that we all kind of know what's what, or most, I guess, so that I know what's what. I don't know why I don't know who I'm even thinking of, but I thought he was the Reds, but I did think he was the Reds. So I don't know. I lose track, unfortunately. Oh, all right now. We don't see this one too often now, do we? No, we do not. There is a nice Nolan Gorman for St. Louis and the Cardinals. So nice hit there with the Pulse, Nolan Gorman. So congratulations to St. Louis on that, because it's a nice hit. I have a Jared Jones die cut, and it is numbered 210. So not too bad there as well. If you've got Pittsburgh and Pirates, I mean, to 10, we'll take that all day long. Tristan McKenzie, Cleveland, relic, autograph, 49 is your number on it. 165, Rhea for Minnesota. And there's a Cole Henry Prism, unnumbered. Gage Workman. This is die cut and numbered to 26 and heading to Detroit. Nick Lofton, Kansas City, the Royals, numbered to 185 to 249. High numbered stuff, high numbered die cut stuff. Adley Rutschman, Baltimore Orioles. And going to, that's a relic going to Baltimore now for that one. Bruhan, Tampa Bay Rays, die cut, autograph, numbered 280 to 499. Joe Boyle, that's my Cincinnati Reds. So, see there, the Reds got something anyway. Numbered 228, a die cut for the Natties. This guy used to be the Cincinnati Reds, but he's not anymore. He's headed to the Mariners these days with Trammell, Taylor Trammell there. J.J. Bleday, Miami Marlins, nice hit. Hidden Gems autograph, numbered to 499. There's a Cody Thomas. And these cards are all curved up and bouncing around everywhere. An unnumbered Garrett Mitchell on Contenders. Dax Fulton, back-to-back Marlins. There you go, Marlins. Dax Fulton's a nice little hit, too. It had quite a bit of curvature on it, though. Dax Fulton, more than some of the others, even. Numbered to 215, the Atlanta Braves have an autograph. Jesse Franklin. Numbered to 120, that is an international player. Oscar Colas there is international, going to that category. And then numbered to 175, there's a Casey Martin for the Philadelphia Phillies. All right. Well, so far, so good, T-Man. You're hitting quite a bit of stuff in here. So you're doing all right at the moment. I think we do need to ratchet it up a little bit, though, don't we? For your Padres and your Rangers are kind of lagging behind a little bit, aren't they? So we need to kind of get them geared up for you, I think. Of course, we got a little ways to go. We're just now halfway through. We've opened 5. We've got 5 left, which includes the one coming out of the wrappers now is part of the 5 that are remaining. And that is die cut. Jake Vogel. Here's Kierset again for Baltimore Orioles and Relic. I would love for one of those to be signed. That would be amazing. Mike Bauman, Baltimore again. And there's ink. So the Orioles are cashing in tonight. It's a 64. Tyler Keenan. I'll go ahead and sleeve that one, I think. We'll do it now rather than later. Going to Seattle and the Mariners. There's another Casey Martin on Contenders, also Prism, also unnumbered. Christian Roa, that is going to Cincinnati on Contenders. Quezada is international / DPL. And $4.99, there's Trinidad. All right, this is number 285. It is a die cut Eric Orzi. Mr. Craig Biggio, Houston Astros, with a relic. Celestino, I think we saw him earlier. Here he comes again. Hidden Gems autograph for Minnesota. And there's a Gage Workman again. He was numbered to 195 on that one. So what do you think they're going to do about college basketball? Do you think they're going to end up like shutting it down before we get to March Madness again? Because they're having to cancel all kinds of games. And there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on. I know that they really don't want to cancel March Madness 2 years in a row because they probably can't afford to do it, really, honestly. That's a Jake Vogel autograph. Because if you think about it, I mean, they get a huge amount of their revenue from that every year. And they lost out on it last year. Needed a little water break, sorry. And I know they can't afford to do it this year, but whew, no, it's looking dicey. So the last we saw there was a Jake Vogel, and it was Dodgers. And Oscar Colas here that is numbered to 209. He is an international player, so that is where he is headed. Case Williams, 249. Numbered to 999 is a Garrett Mitchell. A die cut numbered to 41, Zach Britton. And that's Toronto and the Blue Jays. A die cut Vera, and it is numbered to 85, and you've got a little ink on it, so let's just make sure I call out the right one. He is White Sox. Jose Rodriguez, autograph, relic, paired up, numbered to 125, and that is international / DPL. You need Wander Franco to come in for Tampa Bay. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Well, they are going to do the bubble, T-Man, for the tournaments. They have definitely said, or the tournament, they have definitely said they're doing the bubble. It's all going to happen in Indianapolis. So that much they have said that they intend to do. Conference tournaments, I guess it's up to each individual conference, but as far as I know, I think the conferences are still planning to play their championship series tournament, and those conference tournaments, I guess, those won't be played in a bubble. And there's no logistical way, I think, for them to, I mean, they can't play the regular season in the bubble because these kids have also got to go to school, right? I mean, they're in school, so they can't all go sequester somewhere and miss all their classes. And there have been a lot of cancellations in the last week or two for college college stuff or about to be. A lot of people either have had their games postponed, I shouldn't say canceled, postponed, moved, and I think there are probably going to be more coming along. Michael Gouldberg, and that is the Oakland A's. And you just have to wonder, at what point do they go, is that really worth it? Ooh, Max Meyer. There you go. That's a nice little autograph on the Contenders card set for Max Meyer. And that's another one headed off to Miami, the Marlins. Numbered to 62. Another one for Landon Knack and the Dodgers. So I really don't see Major League Baseball starting on time either. Not unless a whole lot more people are able to get vaccinated by the time the season is supposed to start, which maybe we will be in that shape. I don't know. Zach Veen, numbered to 38, die cut Rockies. There's a Clayton Beater Prism unnumbered on Contenders. Addison Coffee comes out next. And it is numbered to 62 for good old Addison there. And I need to take a little peek to tell you which direction he goes. And he is a White Sox. Cade Michaels comes out behind that. And Cade is, I believe, a White Sox as well. We'll double check it over here to make sure that I'm not telling you wrong, since it just says Chicago on it. I don't want to tell you wrong, but I think that's where he goes. Yep, he is White Sox. Tavares is international / DPL, and so is this fella here, which is Juan Ditto. And that is relic autograph pairing, number to 125, also international DPL. 228 going to the Phillies. Numbered to 120 going to Cincinnati with Jackson Miller. It's a high number die cut. More high number. I tried to grab them all there kind of at once. And then we're going to move into something a little lower. Numbered to 85. It's a die cut Ed Howard. So that's a little bit lower than we had been anyway. Ed Howard is the Cubs. And I've got the Phillies again. There's another Team USA relic for Alec Boehm. I think we've seen that a few times now. This is Choi for, I think, the Dodgers. Let me double check that. I believe he is the Dodgers, but I don't want to tell you wrong. Yeah, he is the Dodgers. Okay. Better safe than sorry. You know the motto. My motto, anyway. Maybe not everybody's, but mine. Kansas City Royals, Bobby Witt Jr., Brett Auerbach. I'll get it out in a minute. That is San Francisco and the Giants on a Hidden Gems autograph. And then number to 249 closes out that box. Well, that's true. T-Man says most of the universities or a lot of the universities are doing online studies anyway. So I guess that's true. I don't know how. I really don't know hardly how they would do it. Some of the universities, like in the big conferences, probably have enough revenue, even minus the revenue that they had last year that they missed out on from the tournaments. They might have enough revenue stream to support that. But some of the smaller schools, no way would they be able to do that, because you'd have to pay for housing and you'd have to pay for all their meals, in addition to, of course, you've already paid for housing and meals at the university. Then you got to pay for them at the remote location as well, like as in hotels and such, which is easy for the professional teams to do. They got a lot more money. And then there's all those weird rules from the NCAA about what you can and can't do. And I don't know. I think it would be tough to do the regular season that way. But for the tournament, I think it's smart that they're trying to do it that way. And I don't really think they should have conference tournaments, but I guess they kind of need to, since there's always somebody from that group. The conference winner automatically gets a bid to the NCAA tournament generally. Well, maybe not automatically, but they generally do. Dalton Varsho, and it is numbered to 199, Arizona Diamondbacks with a relic. Jose Rojas is out behind that. It is an autograph for Hidden Gems, and I believe he is the Angels for Jose Rojas. Let's double check it and tell you for 100% sure. Yep, he's the Angels. There's Vargas, 249. Justin Lang, that one was a prism but was not numbered. Landon Knack makes another appearance for the Dodgers, base autograph that time. It's another international DPL, Gabriel Torrero. And number 268, that's Taylor Dillard for Seattle and the Mariners, except that's 63. I said 68. My apologies. It's actually 63. 185, Alex Santos. And what else do we have? Another A-Rod relic for Seattle and the Mariners. So I believe second one of those we've seen. Kyle Hart. And this is going to be a Hidden Gems autograph going to the Red Sox. Number to 149, Rodriguez for Houston Astros. I don't know why I sleeved that one right there, but I would have done it later anyway, but for some reason I did it right then, so there you go. I think this is a different color. We don't hit very many of the orange ones to 149. Logan Allen, Cleveland Indians, nice low number die cut auto to 10. Let's go Tampa Bay Rays, number to 225. That's to 499. Then we've got another couple of high number here. Oh, actually, that one's not high number. It's die cut to 16, and it's also Bitsko for the Tampa Bay Rays. So there you go. A couple of things out for your little Tampa Bay guys, T-Man. San Francisco, Nick Swinney, the Giants. Here comes Varshaw again, Arizona Diamondbacks. Oh, that one is relic and autograph. Nice, to 149. So we've got 2 boxes left. So we've opened 8. We have 2 to go. And then, of course, we've got our little card up there in housekeeping hour, passing the torch that happens to feature 2 different teams on it. Tampa Bay's on one side and the Yankees on the other. So we'll deal with that one at the end. Hey, you know what I found tonight? This is kind of crazy, but you know, sometimes I get odd lot stuff, like loose box stuff, and sometimes we break that stuff. A lot of times I don't. The odd lot stuff, if it's, you know, 2 or 3 boxes out of a case of 12 or 16 or something, a lot of times I'll just sell it as the boxes and not fool with it, because, like, who wants to break 3 if it's a case of, you know, 12 or 16 or whatever. And sometimes I just put them aside and I think, oh, later I'm going to get around to that. I'll do a mixer, or I'll open it myself, or I'll do something with it. And, you know, then I usually go back to it a few weeks later. Well, sometimes I forget about it entirely. And so tonight there's a Torkelson. It is not prism nor numbered, but still a nice insert there for Detroit Tigers. Here is Hunter Barnhart, another one for Tampa Bay. Rays have been on a little run here towards the end, haven't they? And a Reed Detmers is out for the Angels. That autograph numbered to 62. So tonight I was trying to put together a list, and I still have a ways to go, but I was just looking through some odd lot stuff that I knew I had just kind of stashed off, you know, to be dealt with later kind of stuff. And I didn't think there was anything super consequential in it. Barry Larkin for the Cincinnati Reds with a relic. And behind that is an Aaron Bracco, and that is Cleveland Indians to 175. Number to 232, Mladzinski for the Pirates. And you know what I found in there? Oh, there's an Ed Howard for the Cubs. It is Prism, but unnumbered. And Jawan Bay, I think we saw him earlier. Here he is again. Pittsburgh Pirates autograph to 170. Although the earlier one, I can't remember for sure if it was an autograph or not. Pavin, and that is international slash DPL. Here's another orange to 149. This one is also international slash DPL. So what I found in there was Contenders basketball. 1920 Contenders basketball. I found, yeah, like a handful of them just stuck in there. Adam Seminaris, that is numbered to 120, and I think Adam is the Angels. Let's make sure that he's the Angels. Where are you, Adam? I'm sure I've got you written down. Yeah, he's the Angels. So yeah, how crazy is that? Because those, those things are selling for like, I don't know, $1,000 a piece or something like that right now. Maybe a little less than, maybe actually a little more than, one of the two. Nick Gonzalez die cut to 49 for Pittsburgh and the Pirates. Didn't even know I had him. So I was like, oh, that's nice. That's a good thing to find. Evan White for Seattle and the Mariners with a relic numbered to 49. I wish I had done that with some other things over the years because, a lot of that stuff, if you hang on to it for a little while, really jumps up in price. And usually I don't wait. And now I'm thinking, maybe I should on some other stuff. Jared Kalenic for the Mariners. Nice autograph hit. It's to 499. And then we got a high number behind it and a low number behind that to 24. It's AJ Vucevic, and that is Arizona, the Diamondbacks. Blakely, Warner Blakely, and that autograph is numbered to 135, and I believe he is, well, let's just see if he's the Angels, I think. Yeah, he's the Angels. Eddie Perez, and this will be international slash DPL. It's to 149. It's autograph and relic. I've still got a little bit more to go through. I think there's some odd lot baseball that I still have around. Like, I think I have some 2012 Bowman and a couple other things like that, but I have to sort of look for it. I gotta kind of dig it out and try to find it. But I do think I don't have as much baseball as I do football stashed back. Baseball, I tend to get more in full cases and less in loose boxes normally. Mark typed in there the Angels. I assume he was, I think I said Angels a while ago, but if I did say it wrong, then let me know. But I think that probably you typed that in and I just now saw it. But I think we called that one right a while ago, hopefully. I just always in this product, I go check, as you've noticed, for the Los Angeles ones and also the Chicago ones. I just generally check to avoid any confusion or mistaken calls or anything like that. Wander Franco, this is Tampa Bay, and your Wander Franco, it is a relic, no ink on it, but still, we, start moving in the right direction to 199. Imsoff, this is Kansas City and the Royals. Hidden Gems autograph, $4.99. We are in the last box too, by the way, so technically we need to be thinking about a little last box mojo right now too. Nick Gonzalez, Prism unnumbered, and that's to 120. Garrett Crochet for the White Sox, high number to 999. This will be unnumbered. Jared Schuster. And, ooh, some shimmer. Numbered to 7. Ooh, nice, too. Rocky, Zach Veen. That's a tidy little hit as well, being to 7. All right, now some hits. Nick Swinney, San Francisco Giants, autograph. Logan Allen, Cleveland, autograph. Freddie Zamora, Milwaukee Brewers, autograph. Up here is Torero with an international / DPL auto. Then I have a Jarren Duran for the Red Sox, and that is relic autograph pairing to 149. And we got all kinds of something happening on the back of this one. My guess is that my man Justin here probably signed these and then stacked them before they were dry. So I suspect that that is the ink from his signature on a different card. Yeah, because it looks like he was signing with a Sharpie. So there you go. So Justin Lang, and that is the Padres. Unfortunately, you do have that nasty ink stain on the back, which, you know, some other card will have an ink stain on the back that came from your autograph because poor Justin, well, he just stacked them up too soon. That's what happened. Number to 210, Reed Detmers, and that is the Angels. It says International DPL 249 for the Cespedes. That's $9.99. Here's a $9.99 die cut. Another Drew Romo Team USA. Of course, we saw one of those earlier. Now you've got a bookend of it. Martina for the Nationals. Your Martina. And last but not least, $499, Michael Goldberg. So now we've got to deal with passing the torch. And here's the way that's going to work. I know for a fact that we don't have the same person with both teams because T-Man picked up Tampa Bay and he doesn't have the Yankees in here. So I know we've got two different team owners, but we'll still go look at the spreadsheet to make it all official like. So here's what we're going to do. We'll go to random.org, and of course, we do random the same way every time. When you have 10 or more items in a list, I do random one single time. Wherever it lands, that's where it goes. But when we have 9 or fewer, like we will have in this case, we just do random 3 times, okay? So we don't just do it once. So the first one won't count, the second one won't count, the third one will be the one that counts. And in this instance, we're going to have, this is the front of our card, has Wander Franco and Tampa Bay Rays. On the back of our card, and we know it's the back because it's got all the copyright info and stuff, is Jason Dominguez for the New York Yankees. So that's what we'll be doing. The front, which is Tampa Bay, or the back, which is the Yankees. But first things first, we will come over here and make it official. So our Yankees, that is Logic Boy. Our Tampa Bay Rays is actually... Oh, I thought you had the Rays. You have the Rangers. Why did I think you? Oh, that's you. That is you. That's your eBay name, and I have your other in there as T-Man. Good grief, I'm getting myself so confused. Sorry, sorry. That is you too. So yes, you do have the Rays. All right. It takes me a minute some days. I know, it's terrible, but it does occasionally take me a hot second. All right, let me get you over where I am, which is good old random.org. So the way we're going to do it, we're going to type in the team on the front of the card first, and then on the back of the card second in our list. So the Rays are going to get typed in first. The Yankees are going to get typed in second. All right, so here we go. Good luck to each of you. Remember, you are looking for the third one, so you ignore the first and the second. Here comes the third 3 times, date and time stamp. And it falls to Tampa Bay and the Rays. So you did get yourself a Wander Franco. You got it right here in the passing the torch. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and write that on here so that I know where it is going. And I don't accidentally, look at it from the wrong side when I'm sorting it, right? So this way we're just going to clear that up right now. And that is done. Okay, so let's do some recapping here. T-Man says it was worth the wait, and that is me. Yeah, I did talk my way through it and realize that was you. It just took me a minute. I know, it's hard, listen, to remember everybody's real name plus their screen name on YouTube plus their username on eBay, usually all 3 of which are different. And listen, my brain is old, man. I've got an old, tired brain. It has a hard time with that sometimes. All right, we got one Pulse, which is a nice little hit here. It is not numbered, but obviously we don't see these often. It's Nolan Gorman for St. Louis Cardinals. That's why we went ahead and recapped it. And then, of course, this one, which is passing the torch again, you don't see very often. They generally fall about one per case, but you all know Panini doesn't really call much of anything a case hit, so neither do we. We just say they're hard to hit. And that passing the torch ended up going to Wander Franco and the Tampa Bay Rays by way of random.org. And now the rest of the story, a huge amount of recapping. Huge. So, all right, we're done. We're not going to read all this off again. I'm just going to roll it through here and let you take a look at it. Because otherwise, there's what, 80 hits or so here, and we already did the dissection when we went through it the first time. So this is more just, hey, if you missed some of it, if you want to take a second look at it, that type thing. So all in all, not a bad half case. We had a couple of nice things in here, so we'll take it. This is the last I have of Elite Extra Edition. I usually don't order a ton of this, and then when I want more, I go back and get it later, because this is a product that you can generally buy, I don't know, for at least a month or two after the fact without the price having gone totally through the roof. But guess what? Like everything else this year, nope, can't do it. Most of my distributors are sold out of it. The one that does have any left has marked it up to a crazy price. And I have bought a few things from them lately at crazy prices. And every single time I end up losing, well, a pretty good amount of money. So I decided, well, maybe instead of doing that again, I'll just take a couple extra days off until more stuff comes out. So there you go. That's the moral of the story there. Because they don't even mess around, man. It used to be you could get stuff maybe a couple days after it came out. You might have to pay 25, 30% more, 50% more if it was a really hot product. Oh, it's nothing like that now. Now it's like 3 times the amount, instantly. Like there's no wind up to it. It's just it's released and 10 minutes later. Yeah, it's 3 times the price, and it sells out at that. I mean, it's crazy. I don't know who's buying all that. Somebody is. I guess that probably it is people who maybe do their own breaks, on their own websites, and so they can set the prices to make sure that they're covering the amount that they pay for it. But of course, me doing it on eBay, it's all so random and up to chance, and you can have wild variations on stuff. Like one day it might be one thing, and you might break the very same thing one day, 2 days later, and you might get $1,000 less than you got the day before. And that's just talking about the bidding, not counting the whopping percentage, which is almost 15% that eBay takes these days. So yeah, I think it would have to be people that are buying that really, really high dollar stuff. They got to be buying it and doing that sort of thing with it, I would think. But I don't know. Who knows? All right, one more time, we'll take another look at your shipping information, your anticipated shipping date, and what is coming up in the days ahead, which will both be pretty fast. So we'll go ahead and take a look at it, though. For anybody who might have tuned in slightly late, if you missed it earlier, let's take another little peek. So what I am expecting is, that we will be getting this out the door Saturday, is what I'm thinking. And that is always plus or minus a day. So sometimes it might go tomorrow, a day early, but that would be, well, not super likely, but it's possible. Sometimes it might go a day late, which would be Monday, but most likely it'll go Saturday. And I think everyone in here probably got cards of some sort, but if for some reason you were in this break and you did not get a single card, not even a base card, you will still get a package in the mail. It will have consolation card or cards in it, and it would ship out to you when the rest of the break goes out the door, since this is a paid shipping break. So that's how that's going to work. Days ahead, well, it's looking pretty light, isn't it? I know. I'm going to be kicking back. Really not. I've got a ton of stuff to do tax-wise. But at any rate, we'll be opening tomorrow because we have a new release, Contenders Football. So we're going to be opening a half case of that on Friday night, tomorrow night. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all will be off nights. Wednesday is kind of a to be determined. I'll figure that out if we're going to break Wednesday. I don't think there's a new release Wednesday, but I do believe we might have a new release next Friday if the schedule holds. It's a Leaf product, so you never know. But we'll definitely break somewhere next week, either Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, or Thursday and Friday, or something. We'll get back in there somewhere next week with something or another. Probably Contenders again. All right, so I guess that is it for me tonight. So thank you everyone for joining me. I appreciate it very much. I hope that you have a great rest of your evening and that you'll come back and see me again tomorrow for Contenders football. But if I don't see you then, do come back and see me sometime soon. In the meantime, enjoy what's left of the week and your weekend ahead and stay safe and happy and healthy, and we'll see you the next time. Bye now.